figure once the anchor of the ranch has returned. But the very air of this familiar place has shifted. A palpable tension now hangs over this steadfast land, and nothing is as it was before. His arrival unearths a torrent of buried emotions, forgotten memories, and lingering questions. For Amy, it's a profound and heartbreaking reunion with the man she cherished, a stark reminder of the void his absence created. His presence is a wound, slow to mend, yet it ignites the faintest ember of hope. Can this home ever truly be complete again? Can the past truly be left behind? His name is Ty, and he is back. After months of silence, after the suffocating weight of loss, Ty's return to Heartland sparks an unexpected tremor. It's the kind of moment that reshapes everything, yet offers more uncertainty than clarity. Ty's absence had carved a deep void in the family, in the land itself, and most acutely in Amy's soul. She had shouldered the burden of grief alone, clinging to a fragile hope, always uncertain. But as the sun dips below the horizon, painting long shadows across the familiar fields, Ty steps onto the land once more. His presence, merely his quiet form silhouetted against the fading light, is enough to silence the world. This is no grand, dramatic entrance. There's no fanfare, no swelling music, just the gentle whisper of the wind and the profound quiet that fills the space between them. Amy, standing solitary by the fence, slowly turns. Her eyes, initially clouded with doubt, widen as she recognizes him. Time seems to stretch in the entirety of their shared history. Every challenge they've faced rushes back in a tidal wave. For a suspended moment, Ty and Amy simply gaze at each other. Fads are unnecessary. No. This shared instant is dense with the passage of years, with profound love, with immense loss, and with countless unspoken truths. Ty is profoundly changed, however. His physique, once vibrant with strength and vitality, now carries a quiet weariness. His eyes, though filled with affection for Amy, also bear a deep shadow. The experiences he's endured, the years spent apart, have etched their marks upon him. It's painfully clear he hasn't returned the same person. This is far from a simple homecoming. It's a moment of reckoning, a profound test of whether the shattered fragments of the past can be mended, or if they will remain irrevocably broken. Amy's heart thrums wildly in her chest. A part of her yearns to rush to him, to bridge the distance and cling to him as if that embrace could magically erase everything. But she doesn't. She hesitates because deep within her, she knows that some wounds run deeper than time, and some pieces of the past can never be truly reconstructed. Still, she takes a tentative, unsure step toward him. Ty, too, seems to waver, uncertain how to bridge the chasm that has widened between them. His hands hang loosely at his sides, the immense weight of everything he left behind evident in the slight slump of his shoulders. He has come back, but at what cost? Has his return come too late? Amy's expression speaks volumes. She is undeniably relieved to see him, yet there is something in her eyes, something veiled and deeply painful, that tells him all is not as it seems. This reunion is devoid of the joyful exuberance it once would have held. It's quieter, far more intricate. The shadow of the past hangs heavy over them, a presence neither can escape. The land itself seems to echo with the silence, as if even the earth senses the profound difficulty of this moment. Yet a flicker of something, perhaps hope, perhaps something more fragile, begins to stir in Amy's chest. Could Ty's return truly signify more than just the reopening of old wounds? Could it lead to healing? This marks the genesis of something new, yet it also signifies the continuation of an unresolved struggle. It's the kind of return that compels both of them to confront their deepest anxieties, their most profound regrets, and the unsettling possibility that Heartland, for all its inherent beauty and enduring strength, may never truly be the same again. Amy's tears, the very sight of Ty, doesn't bring the solace Amy had anticipated. Instead, it unleashes something she was utterly unprepared for. An overwhelming deluge of grief, an aching longing, and a profound, quiet loneliness she believed she had long since buried. The instant their eyes meet, a part of her crumbles. She remains frozen, feeling the crushing weight of everything that has transpired in the years since he left. Her breath catches, her chest tightens, and for a fleeting second, it's as if the world has ceased to spin. She hadn't realized the immensity of what she had been suppressing, how much she had been carrying alone. Amy's life has been a precarious balancing act. She has had to be unyielding, not solely for herself, but for Lindy, for the sprawling ranch, for everything Ty once embodied. She has maintained a courageous facade, always persevering, always fulfilling her duties. She has toiled relentlessly to keep Heartland thriving, to keep her family intact. But beneath it all, a quiet, persistent ache never truly dissipates. Every fleeting moment of happiness has been tinged by the absence of the one person who made everything feel whole. And now before her, Ty stands like a spectral presence, a poignant reminder of everything lost and everything she still holds so dear. Her gaze shifts away, blinking back the tears that threaten to spill. She isn't ready to reveal the extent to which his return has shaken her, but she cannot suppress the overwhelming emotion that constricts her throat. Her hands tremble slightly as she raises them to wipe away the moisture gathering in her eyes, but it offers no relief. It only intensifies the torrent. She attempts to speak, but the words lodge in her throat. What words could she possibly utter? "I've missed you" feels utterly inadequate, too small for the vastness of her feelings. She could demand to know why he's back. Why now? But it feels like too burdensome a question. She doesn't want to coerce an answer from him. She simply yearns to comprehend why she feels so utterly adrift in this moment. And there, in the serene quiet of Heartland, Amy's carefully constructed walls begin to crumble. The tears now fall unrestrained, not merely for Ty, but for everything. The desolate years without him, the cavernous emptiness she had striven so desperately to ignore, and the raw pain of having to navigate life without the man she believed would forever be by her side. Her emotions aren't solely rooted in Ty's physical absence. They encompass the crushing weight of everything she has endured since his passing. The sleepless nights, the endless days of feigned strength, the profound loneliness she had never fully permitted herself to acknowledge. Ty's return does not mend that. It merely compels her to confront it. She had erected so many barriers, so many defenses, and now, seeing him again, they are all collapsing. In his return, she is left standing vulnerable, raw, and exposed. For a moment, she allows herself to feel the full spectrum of it all. The unadulterated joy of seeing him again intermingled with the profound pain of everything that has irrevocably changed. The enduring love she still harbors for him, intertwined with the gnawing fear that he might never truly be the man he once was. She is weeping not because she harbors any regrets, but because the stark reality of living without him, of painstakingly attempting to rebuild a life after everything has disintegrated, is far more arduous than she had ever dared to imagine. But as Amy stands there, tears streaming down her face, she doesn't feel only sorrow. She feels something else, something she hasn't allowed herself to feel in a very long time: hope. It is delicate, almost impossible to grasp, but it is undeniably present in the silence. In the space between her tears and Ty's return, there's a tiny spark that whispers perhaps, just perhaps, they can construct something new together. Perhaps Heartland can begin to heal. It will not be simple. It will not be flawless. But in this singular moment, Amy finally permits herself to believe that Ty's return is not the conclusion of the narrative. It is a fresh beginning. And even though the tears persist, she feels a profound shift within her. For the first time in an immeasurable period, she feels something she hasn't felt in years: the tangible possibility of moving forward. Lindy's powerful moment. In the profound shadow of the emotional reunion between Amy and Ty, a quieter yet equally impactful transformation is quietly unfolding. It's not manifest in tears nor in heartbreak, but in the subtle yet undeniable shift within Lindy herself. She is observing everything: the reunion, the palpable pain, the torrent of unsaid words, and she is processing it in her own unique way, a way far beyond her tender years. Lindy is no longer merely a child. She is maturing in the heart of Heartland, surrounded by unwavering love, enduring strength, and the rugged, untamed beauty of the land. But she is also growing up in the aftermath of profound loss, of moments that have left an indelible mark on her young soul. Heartland is where she has learned the very essence of strength, how to rise above adversity, how to carry the weighty responsibility of family, even when the world around you feels as if it's crumbling to dust. As Ty and Amy stand apart, each lost in their own emotional turmoil, Lindy steps forward. It isn't the kind of dramatic gesture that commands immediate attention. It's subtle, almost imperceptible to those still attempting to navigate the whirlwind of their own emotions. But for Lindy, this is the pivotal moment when everything changes. She perceives the vacant spaces that demand to be filled. And without a moment's hesitation, she steps into the void that has been left behind. It begins with a small, unassuming gesture. Lindy extends her hand and gently pats the horse's neck, her gaze unwavering on the animals she has grown up alongside. She has absorbed so much from them, their silent fortitude, their unwavering hearts, and now she is beginning to emulate their quiet resilience. She understands Heartland's intrinsic rhythm better than anyone. She knows how to attune herself to its pulse, how to feel its steady beat beneath her very feet. And today, she is learning something more profound, how to assume control when it matters most. It's an unexpected yet profound moment of leadership. She draws a deep breath, stands tall, and consciously steps into the role she has been quietly, steadily growing into. No longer the small child who requires constant guidance, Lindy is beginning to embrace the powerful, resilient force that has been quietly building within her. The ranch, which once seemed to her like a vast, unexplored world, is now her cherished home to protect. It is not merely a physical place, it is a profound legacy, one she is destined to carry forward. She has learned how to make space for the pain of the past and still find ample room for the promise of the future. It's a profound gift, one that only Heartland can truly impart. And she is realizing that she does not have to be afraid to guide it forward. Lindy walks purposefully toward Amy and Ty, their faces still etched with the quiet aftershocks of their reunion. Without uttering a single word, she stands beside them, her silent presence an unspoken reminder that Heartland's strength resides not solely in the land itself, but in the people who walk upon it. She places a gentle hand on Amy's arm, offering a silent, profound reassurance that she is unequivocally there. She doesn't need to articulate anything. He doesn't possess all the answers, and he fully comprehends that he cannot undo the past. But the future is still tantalizingly within his grasp. It is the one thing he can still relentlessly fight for. Lindy, too, stands at the very edge of the ranch, her gaze lost in the distant expanse, taking in the vast, untamed landscape that stretches limitlessly before her. She is no longer a little girl. Heartland has meticulously sculpted her into someone formidable, someone demonstrably capable of standing tall in the face of profound uncertainty. As the gentle breeze playfully tugs at her hair, she firmly holds her ground, profoundly understanding the immense weight of what it truly means to be an intrinsic part of something so immeasurably larger than herself. Heartland is not merely her home. It is her sacred responsibility. Yep. And in that profound realization, she discovers an inexhaustible wellspring of strength. She may be young in years, but her heart beats with the same fierce, unyielding determination that has been faithfully passed down through countless generations. The quiet, profound reflection of this moment is not lost on any of them. Amy, Ty, and Lindy each stand at a significant crossroads, utterly uncertain of what the convoluted future holds, but knowing with unwavering conviction that they must and will move forward together. Heartland has always been a hallowed place of both auspicious beginnings and poignant endings, a place where every nascent sunrise brings with it the tangible possibility of profound change. And today that pervasive change is not solely confined to the land. It resonates deeply within them. They may have lost fragments of themselves along the arduous path. They may have endured profound heartbreak and crippling uncertainty, but through it all, they have absorbed one undeniable, immutable truth. Heartland is not merely a place. It is a living legacy. And legacies are meticulously carried forward through the tireless efforts and unwavering spirit of generations. Not solely through the toil of hands, but through the indomitable strength of hearts. As the camera intimately lingers on the three of them standing together, Amy, Ty, and Lindy, the luminous promise of tomorrow seems just within their collective reach. Heartland's arduous journey is far from its conclusion. But as long as they have each other, they know with resolute certainty that they can face whatever daunting challenges lie ahead. Because in the final analysis, it's not about meticulously fixing the past. It's about bravely embracing the boundless future. And in that quiet, powerful moment, with the ancient land softly whispering its age-old secrets, they know they are unequivocally ready together.